Greetings, fellow Stargaters. We have an
Stargaters?
Show. Stargaters.
We like Stargate, right?
I like the movie.
I'm gonna say all Stargaters are also welcome.
I love Stargaters. Stargaters are welcome, and so are Stargazers. Those who get that obscure reference.
Yes, and now we've kind of adopted.
Yes, I just blatantly stole. We just stole it.
I stole it by negligence.
But Jack Horkheimer has passed away. May he rest in peace.
Oh, now he is a stargazer.
He was.
He's a stargeezer.
He was. Anyway, so today, talking about... It's my tribute to him, our tribute to him.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And speaking about tributes and fans, there are some really rabid, weird fans out there, Keebz.
Yeah.
I want to tell you about some of them. And then, I know you have a story.
Yeah.
And I have my own story.
Hey, no judgment. Yeah.
It's creepy. I know mine is. I don't know about yours.
Oh,
but mine, at least I have the excuse that I was in 7th grade.
It's funny to me, and I think it's creepy to the person that we were... I'll tell you.
Yeah. So anyway...
So you've got some examples of rabid crazies.
Of rabid crazies. The first one is Carl McCoy. And I'll put pictures up. This is Carl McCoy. After going through a divorce in 2009.
Carl did. Sorry, Carl.
I guess Miley Cyrus's music, her artistry, if you could call it that, helped him process through the emotions. I have no idea what song he was listening to.
Probably The Climb.
It's
all about the climb.
You're much more well-versed in music than I am.
Unfortunately, I knew a Miley Cyrus song. I didn't realize that I was just like, oh, her one from her vast library of great music, The Climb.
Know Party in the USA because of Weird Al.
Yeah, Party in the
Wrecking
CIA.
Ball because of
everything. Yeah.
So, but shows devotion. He had images of her. He had tattoos plastered all over his body.
Yep.
And he would even refer to Miley as his wife. And he wanted nothing more but to meet Miley and to show her his tattoos. And like when she finally did see him, she was like, "That's disgusting." And
you don't just like at some point be like, "You're my wife." Like that happens in other countries.
Yeah.
But here you don't just be like,
times,
"Hello, husband," and you're like, "All right, I guess I've been chosen." Like this is
that's not how it works here anymore.
Yeah, like you don't just claim.
Yeah, but now he's getting all these tattoos removed because Miley Cyrus was like, ew.
She was grossed out.
I know. She was grossed out.
How much would that suck? It's like, I love you so much, and they're like, ew.
You're disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, that's some straight up junior high crap.
That's a person that, like, licks ball peen hammers from the hardware store naked and gets paid for it. If I do that, I'm drunk and need to leave Home Depot.
I'm going to say I've done it before, now I'm just not welcome back in Home Depot.
Yeah. Or Lowe's. So
Carl, you did your best, bro, and laser removal is actually very good nowadays.
Yeah, there's actually other, I think MIT students, some students trying to form a tattoo ink that fades over a year and has a solution to dissolve it.
Yeah.
That doesn't involve lasers. It's just an interesting project.
Or if you could just ask anyone from The Walking Dead to just cut it off.
There you go.
Any part of you. They're great at that.
There you go.
Who else we got?
So we got Herbert Chavez.
Ooh, look at this guy.
That is not what he truly looks. I mean, it's what he looks like now. But he's a Filipino super fan of Man of Steel. So much so that he has gone under the knife several times.
The Man of Steel or Man of Steel the movie?
Christopher Reeve's Man of Steel.
Okay.
So he's such a super fan that since 1995, he's gone through several procedures.
Okay.
To change his look, to look less Filipino and more Anglo and more like Christopher Reeve. So.
I'd say he looks Superman. A little bit like Christopher Reeves.
And so he's had a nose job, he's had a chin augmentation, to get a little cleft.
Great.
He's had silicone injections into his lips to make him a bit more puffier, and thigh implants.
Oh, great call.
To make them look muscular. That's the ones that are listed.
He got like the combo meal.
Yeah, and there are, I think I have some before and after pictures.
You think he got a discount?
I would hope. So that's what he looked like before.
What?
And that's the extent of the surgeries he's had.
That is him crazy.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
And frightening. That is frightening
now,
as well.
Can I be like brutally honest?
He doesn't look bad.
Dude looks pretty good.
Yeah. I think it's sad.
Very sad. But I would say, now I'm going to put all credit to whatever doctor did this.
Doctors, yeah. Good.
Nice work.
Good job. You're worth your fees.
My gosh.
Drive your high-end car.
Does he have any superpowers? Can you confirm or deny?
No. I could probably deny and deny.
Listen,
deny,
Herbert, if you can fly at this point, I'd say good on you for the whole thing. If you genuinely just kind of look like a guy that you're a fan of, what are you doing?
He just genuinely looks like a guy he's a fan of who's unfortunately passed away.
Technically, he's a shapeshifter.
Oh.
Oh.
He's a changeling!
Yeah. All right. Hey.
All right, now no list is complete. Now this isn't the only one of these types of fans we have.
Okay.
But no list is complete without a crazed One Direction fan. You have Allie.
Oh, what is this? What is this? I didn't realize they were fake until I... Oh.
This teenage One Direction fan. Now I don't know what's sadder, is that they're fake or that there's actually real girls in the picture. And there is one.
There's one guy in the crowd.
Two. There's two. There's a kid.
Oh, I see an arm. There's three.
And there's an arm. And so she staged an entire wedding with a cardboard cutout of Harry Styles, dressed in a tux as a groom, and cutouts of the rest of the band.
Look at her holding his sleeves.
Yes, as groomsmen. And here's the thing: this is not the only picture of this. There are several more pictures on the intros right there. So like, there it is, like bridal shower pictures with the groom and the groomsmen, and then like they decorated the house.
Which
This
one of
is
the One
sad.
Direction guys left? Which one is like... Because one of them now has broken their vows.
Who's Zayn?
Which one's Zayn?
I don't know.
If I had to guess, he looks like a freaking Zayn, doesn't he? Look at that. Look at that guy.
I was in a driver's ed with a Zayn that his first, when they asked like, does any of you have driving experience before coming to driver's ed, like under temps or whatnot? And his question was, does driving a stolen vehicle count? And the driver instructor was asked him, are you allowed to be here? Are you allowed to get your license? He was, yeah, my parole officer said I could. And so it was a very interesting driver's ed. That's the only Zayn I've ever known.
It's the same Zayn.
Well, actually, there was another Zayn I didn't know in high school, but that was the first one I met.
They're all of those are the same Zayn.
The other Zayn's
It's that
the
guy.
Anyway, so yeah, look at these pictures, and this is like the cover cutout him asking her to marry.
That looks like she's summoning him.
I know, right? Yeah. So, yes.
All right.
Not at all. Just a little creepy, right?
Allie, come on.
So, you made a whole thing, and there's people there. That's so weird.
See, but you know, usually these types of things, I would be like, if they were like older, like, oh, they're just drunk and having fun.
They could be drunk and having fun, teenagers.
Look how young they
No,
are.
they are. It's sad.
Oh, there's probably some boys that really love you.
Now there's a crazed One Direction fans.
Yeah?
There are crazed Bieber fans who made out with the ground.
No.
These believers, as they call themselves, are making out the ground he walked on. This is not a singular occurrence either. This has happened a few times.
This literally happened in the Bible with Jesus.
I know, right? And that's sad. Not that it happened to Jesus, but it's happening to this kid.
Yes.
Like, he's not nowhere
There's
near.
nothing special about this dude.
Well, there's something special. It's stupid, but there's something special.
Not enough to kiss any type of asphalt.
No, definitely not.
Or the prefix to that word, and
Yeah, so there are fans, Bieber fans, who kiss the ground he's walked on.
well, I hate that.
Me too.
And that one makes me angry. I would
should.
like you to just go ahead and go to the next
Okay,
one.
we have Robin Ficker.
Yes.
This guy is awesome. Between 1986 and
That name is
1998,
great. Ficker.
he held season tickets to the NBA basketball team, the Washington Bullets.
Washington Bullets.
And he would sit within earshot of the visiting team to heckle them. So he wouldn't sit behind the home team, his heroes. He'd sit behind the visiting team to heckle them for the entire game.
Now, just looking at this guy, can't you tell he has a super annoying voice?
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
And
Hey, you missed the shot, man!
he would make fun of the coach, he'd make fun of the players. And when they were playing the Bulls, he'd read the sex passages from Phil Jackson's autobiography, Maverick.
All right.
And he became so renowned for this that
At least he was creative.
Charles Barkley flew him out
Uh-huh.
to an NBA final game that the Suns were playing against the Bulls for him to heckle the Bulls to give the Suns an edge.
Awesome.
That's how well renowned this guy became.
Yeah.
As this rabid, annoying fan. He no longer has the season tickets, but now he goes to to the local university games that this picture's from and then heckles the visiting teams.
This dude's a legend.
He is my hero.
This is the grandpa that you really want to be involved in your life.
Who goes to your high school sports and is heckling.
Heckles the other team.
I was at my alumni band a few years ago
Uh-huh.
playing for my high school during alumni night, and I started heckling the other band in front of our school superintendent. Without even realizing what I was
Why
doing.
would you do this?
I keep doing weird things around my high school friend David. And lastly,
Is this just you in the future?
This me in the
Are you
future.
Robin Ficker?
I'm Robin Ficker. Lastly, this is an actual picture of One Direction fans.
I don't see it.
That's the door.
Are they down there?
Yeah, it's like The Walking Dead. They're just
Trying
to get it, like, you know.
Yeah.
Or that one scene of Game of Thrones when they're trying to break through the wall.
Dude.
The dead. Just
Seriously.
that is nuts.
That's just the undead.
That's crazy.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Now, what is it with One Direction and like Bieber that are just like create literal like zombies?
Female zombies. I blame the Beatles. They were the first ones to do that. Think about it.
You're right.
It's been going on for over 60 years.
I never really liked the Beatles either.
I like the Beatles.
That's good.
I enjoy Beatles music because at least like they're like even though somebody was just like I want to hold your hand like nice sappy romantic stuff, but then you got the weird cool stuff.
They were pretty weird.
I liked it when they got on LSD.
Well, I mean, I only did something really weird once. Oh, well, that's not true. The most that I can just real quick tell you about is we went. My mom and my sister and I, and my wife. At the time, I think it was my fiance. We drove 8 hours to see Dave Matthews Band and Jason Mraz at Hershey Park in Pennsylvania.
Oh wow!
Great concert. We were like 6 rows back. I mean, awesome seats and everything, and we had a great time. And it was and we're kind of on a high when we're leaving and we're driving, and it takes you a long time to leave a Dave Matthews concert. On a high, yeah. Just by being at a Dave Matthews concert, whether you had fun or not, you leave on a high.
Yeah, contact high.
So we're driving right, and we see their tour van, and we're like. I wonder, so we followed just for a bit. We're just following them for a bit, and we see one of them poke their head out the window and wave. They could tell we were following him. And it was Carter Beauford, the drummer.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, oh, it's Dave. So we followed him for another 3.5 hours. And they pulled into a gas station, and we were like, let's just in case they get out, let's pull in. And so we pulled in with them, and the second that they stopped and we stopped and got out, they took off. They ditched us at the gas station because I think they were afraid of what we were going to do. Because there were a couple times we would, give up, and then we'd no, maybe they'll... And so we'd come back, and I think they were getting pretty freaked out. So they pull into this, gas stop and everything, and, completely stop. We get out, and they see us get out of the car, and we just hear them go... And then just take off, and we were like, aw.
All right, yours is less creepy than mine.
Yeah.
Caveat, I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Okay. And, the show Zoom came on PBS. They re-released Zoom or remade Zoom, and I was crushing hard on Zoe.
Okay.
Hard. It was sad, and it was pathetic.
Prepubescent crushing.
Prepubescent, it is...
There's nothing as strong.
I didn't do anything like that girl did for the One Direction, stage this whole fake marriage thing. That'd be weird.
I sure hope
But what I did was still weird is that, you didn't have Facebook yet. Social media didn't really exist, but you had AOL Instant Messenger, and you had little profiles. So, I would search for hours for Zoe from Zoom. Never find anything. And then, fast forward 6 or 7 years. I'm out of high school. I'm in college. Facebook is now a thing, and so is IMDb.
Yeah.
And I am on IMDb all the time because film major, right? And you'd see somebody like, oh, what was that guy in? And I just fall in a hole. I'd watch a movie and oh, I know that guy. What's he in? And look up the movie and then start searching what he's in. And then suddenly I'm in this writer and that director.
You find yourself in the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, you always end up in Kevin Bacon's page. But then somehow, for some reason, either it popped in my head I wonder if there's a page for Zoom. I check it and there it is. Full names, first and last. I'm thinking, oh, that's her last name. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, there she is.
And so I did a quick Facebook search, immediately found her. Going to NYU, I'm this is creepy. That's where she is. Cool. And I never did anything from there. I'm not I already did the creepy thing when I was in 7th grade. I'm not doing the creepy thing now.
Yeah?
Not doing it now.
Did you?
No, didn't Messenger. I'm that's cool. And just moved on with my life.
I probably would have messaged her.
Really?
I don't know. That stuff's hard to let go.
Out of shame, I let it go.
Okay, well, I guess shame is strong.
I look back at it thinking, that is creepy. That was really, really creepy.
If we have the Pokemon cards of life, fire to grass, shame to love. I think that's the one thing.
I don't think you could say it was love. I think you could just say it was crazy infatuation of a sad, pathetic, lonely 12-year-old boy.
Shame to horny.
I wouldn't even describe it as horny. They're starting to develop then, but not totally. I couldn't explain it to you.
I think you hunt someone a name long enough. But those are some weird... We were weird. You can be a weird fan.
There are weird fans. It's okay to be weird fans. And I actually want to take a moment. Yeah, I'm not saying he's a weird fan. He's a good fan. And I'm dubbing him our number 1 fan.
Our number 1 fan? I know who this is.
Tyler. Not my cousin, but Tyler from Tennessee, whose last name I don't know. But all I know is that your Twitter handle's Tyler too.
His last name is Tennessee. Middle name from?
Tyler from Tennessee. That is, you need to legally change your name. But we are dubbing you Tyler... Our number 1 fan. Not our biggest fan, but our first fan.
Yep.
That will never be taken away from you. You will always be our number one fan. And so, Tyler,
TFT.
what we need you to do, we need help, is that we're not just going to have a number one fan. We're going to have our top 10 fans.
Uh-huh.
Who will be our first 10 fans. So we need to figure out who are going to be the top 10 fans. Who are going to be our first 10 fans, and they'll always be our top 10 fans.
Yes. You tell us.
You tell us. We need, and it can't be like our family.
No.
Because they already are our fans.
They've been our
by
fans our whole
obligation.
life.
Yes.
My top 10 fans have existed for quite a while.
So have mine. If I can say there's 10 of them. But anyway.
You have 10?
I have 10? So anyway, Tyler, you're number one. You'll always will be number one. And now we need 9 more to fill out the top 10. So if you know somebody, send them this way. And we can make them the Elite 10. And they will always be the Elite 10. They'll always be the first 10 stargazers. Forever.
Yeah.
In the history of time.
You may have already been the top 10 Stargators, but you're new to the Stargazers.
Completely different thing.
Yep. But you're still welcome.
You're welcome. We'd love to have you. So, let's fill out that top 10.
Starting now.
Bam.